It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detecting Show, and I'm still trying to suss out where I'm going. The copyright strike, so I'm having to do away with some adverts to see which one it is. So, changed it up a little tonight. Hello.
Hello, Dave. How are you? Good evening,
I'm
viewers.
very, very well. How are you? Viewer. Hello, yeah. Tony K. Wood, our viewer.
Still makes me laugh. Of Tony falling over. Yeah, you all right, Dave?
Yeah. Groovy, you?
Yeah, all good.
So good, man. So good.
Pleased it's raining and the ground's nice and soft. Although I went out Sunday, got absolutely soaked detecting. Absolutely soaked, covered in mud.
That was with Steve Newman, etc.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I heard him in the field, and he came and got me. And it's a good job I met him because he had a radio and I'd left my car keys and my mobile phone on the car whilst like a mile away. But luckily the people in the club found it. But yeah, he was all right, Steve. I don't think he found anything. But
he was too busy chatting, probably.
Yeah, you sort of have to distance a bit away from Steve because he does love talking about the ground and the soil and the land, and he's very knowledgeable. But yeah, I didn't go with him. I met him there. He kindly used a portable loo to block a parking space for me, which was nice. But yeah, I think it was in his van.
Oh, so because you're like Big Detecting Show, you get preferential parking treatment now as well.
Oh yeah, all the time. Even at Tesco's,
I want that. Wish I got
at Tesco's as well. Yeah, no, one day, Dave. One day. But yeah, and then Saturday, I'm going out with Jules and his partner and James, going to Norfolk, Suffolk border detecting. Very excited about that. I'm going to find some good stuff, I think. Good. So, are you still working on your van?
Yes, van life is still going on. Should be getting the carpet, walls, etc., and panels fitted tomorrow. Furniture came yesterday. A friend of mine works at a company that makes office furniture, and he went, "I'll make you one of them." So he made me some office furniture, not office furniture. He made me the sideboard, etc. That's going in there, and tabletop. So I'm very excited to get it all fitted, but need obviously the carpet doing first, and then I need to go and pick up the lino from Steve. He's got some. It's used in 10-pin bowling alleys. This particular vinyl that's going down. It's well cool. So all the lights are amazing. Skylight is amazing.
You've got Skylight. What's your YouTube channel with that on, David?
The Big Detecting Show.
Watch it and watch Dave and his fan. And when the only thing I'm concerned about is when you furnished it, how it's going to deal with the damp, because you've got the whole roof of the fan is like a mirror, isn't it? And you've got silk sheets and they attract damp. So
not silk, mate. Satin.
Oh, satin. Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know why you've gone for that, but
well, it's not the whole roof's not mirrored. It's just I'd say about 3/4. It's like a certain area of the van. It's got the mirrored roof.
The leather walls will probably keep
leather carpet.
Yeah, leather carpet. Anyway, we digress. It's what was I going to say? We've got Dawn on tonight, haven't we?
We have. I'm currently watching it in a little screen at the bottom of the thing. She keeps doing her hair. Doing it again. Can you see the bottom of the screen?
I'm not allowed.
Oh, it's just me who's got control. Hold on, I'll take your photograph of what I can see, and then you can see that Dawn's doing her hair. Do your hair, Dawn. Do your hair. Oh, that's not kind. That's not kind what she's just done then, Adrian. I'm going to send you a picture for proof, my friend, and then you've got proof of what I've just seen.
Dear me.
There you go. I've WhatsApped it you. Then you can see what I saw.
I hope she changes out of that attire to come on the show. Oh, she has. Oh, she's got a top on now.
Put a zip up top on, Claire.
Yeah. Hi, Dawn.
Hiya. You all right?
Good evening, young lady. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You know, it's funny when you were talking about the weather on Sunday. I'd just been in Norfolk for the weekend and I was driving back from, I think, somewhere near King's Lynn about dinner time. And I've never seen rain like it in my life. I couldn't see in front of my car, couldn't see the side. I was actually scared driving. I was going,
Did you have thunder and lightning?
There's the video of us doing the van at the weekend when Shane was cutting a hole in the roof of the van. That happened to us.
With that rain,
Oh, really?
I've never seen rain like that ever.
No, it was, and there was thunder and lightning in the field, which I don't know isn't safe really. If you're holding,
no, it's not, because if you're the highest thing, if it's a big field, you're the highest thing. You couldn't. Well,
yeah, good way to go though, I suppose. Detecting, actually, yeah, didn't think of that.
That's why Scotty Big's always safe, because he's never the tallest thing in any field.
No, that's true. Yeah, poor old boy. We've got. I'm looking forward to tonight, Dawn, because you spoke to me and Dave at Detector. Was it Detector? No, Rodney Cook, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And oh my lord, you've been through it the last few months, haven't you? Really have.
I've been battered by life. Yes.
Yeah. And I don't know where the hell's Dawn start, Dave?
Where do I start? Well, I start when I went to Germany.
Right.
Yeah. Go on, start. Go on.
Well, I went to Germany, if you remember, and I got there, and they'd lost my luggage with all my detector in it and my case and everything. And I had nothing apart from a pair of sandals, and I was in some sort of like German metal detecting competition. Anyway, I got me my luggage back about an hour before I was coming back. And that was when it started, but I did get everything back, so that was good. And then a couple of weeks after that, and this is where I think the problem is that I went digging on my own, and I found a Scottish 20 pence hammered with 2 holes in it in a field near me, which you don't find hammers near me. Anyway, I found it. And then about an hour after that, I got COVID. And I was ill for days after I got COVID, like immediately after finding this coin. Then not long after that, it was going to the Isle of Sheppey, weren't it? And the week before I went to the Isle of Sheppey, I had my YouTube channel stolen. Now, I do want to share with everybody what happened with that, because it was quite a miracle, actually, the story. So I'll tell you. Now, how it happened was that I put a video out one week, and the first 12 seconds of it came out and said it was copyright music. You know, like a bit like you're getting. It was saying it was copyrighted, but I knew it wasn't because it was out on my editor, you see. And my editors, I pay a license for that. So I opened a dispute with YouTube for the copyright on it. So about a week later, I get an email from Google and with a document on it saying music copyright outcome. So it had a Word document on it. So I clicked on the Word document and it said you got to log into Google Apps to read it. So I logged into Google Apps. Boom! Both my phones shut down. Right, my phone. I have 2 phones, and both of them shut down, and they got completely wiped. They had no phone numbers, no pictures, no apps, nothing. It was like they were out of a box. So I couldn't switch them on, and then I run downstairs to my computer to try and log on here, and then everyone's saying, "Don, your YouTube channel's turned into a Russian Bitcoin thing," and it was just horrendous. I can't even tell you. I didn't cry, nothing though. You know, I just went into Warrior Woman like, and it was a miracle happened actually with that. I don't know if you can follow this story, but what happened when they got my account is the first thing is they wiped my phones and shut my phones down to take 2-step verification off. Then they changed listen to this bit carefully. They changed me, you know, your backup email, what you can have. You like a secondary secret one that if all goes wrong, you can log into that. They changed that. Put a new phone on it, put new email on it, new step verification and all that. So I'm here panicking, going, at about 12 o'clock, I thought to myself, well, I've got an email. I've got a backup email. I can use that. But now this was 4 hours after the event. So I went on to my backup email to try and get a code on it. And I went and picked the code up and managed to get my Google account back. But how did that happen if they changed it 4 hours before? That is the miracle. It's a miracle. I don't know how it happened. Anyway, I managed to get my Google account back from that. And then because I got that back, then I was able to try and get back on my YouTube. And luckily, I had friends and stuff that I managed to get hold of them on Twitter. If you're ever trying to sort anything out on your YouTube channel, there's you can go on Twitter and they'll answer you. So I ended up getting this form. But the form that I had to fill in was another nightmare, what you need to know. They wanted to know what my original URL was, or URL. Well, I only know it as Digger Dawn because I've had it as a custom one for years, so I didn't know what my original one was. I was looking all over, couldn't find it. Then they wanted to know what date did I open my YouTube channel. Well, I opened it about 6 years before I ever put a video on it, so I had absolutely no idea. So here's miracle number 2, is I thought to myself, I'll just put it on Facebook and see if anybody knows. And you know what? Within 5 minutes, I had screenshots of both.
Brilliant.
Someone sent me a screenshot of when my channel was opened and my original URL. I didn't even ask where I got them from. I just filled it in. And because of that, I managed to get my YouTube channel back. But if they hadn't have done that and sent me them things.
Thank God for stalkers.
It's true, though, isn't it? Because who the hell remembers their original? How the hell would you know
don't
that?
Write it down, do you? So, I mean, I suggest if you've got a YouTube channel now, you write them 2 things down because they were the bits that trip you up on the form if something happens to your channel. Anyway, I managed to get it back, which was a relief.
How long did it take after you filled in the form?
Days. They were really, really good. YouTube was really helpful. I got to sign this support guy, and it was back within days. But the trouble is, I was at Isle of Sheppey when it came back, and I jumped on. I was saying, I'm back. But they put it back exactly in the Elon Musk state it was in before. And because I was at the Isle of Sheppey, I couldn't change it. And everyone's going, Dawn, you've still been hacked. I'm going, no, I haven't. Oh, it was anyway.
You got every single video you got back.
Yeah. I had to. Everything was unlisted, and I had to put all my artwork back. I had to just click from unlisted every single video, which took me ages. They deleted all my playlists, which I've still got to re-put on. But yeah, I got it back anyway. That was the main thing, and it's not destroyed my channel in any way. You know, I thought it might have like messed up the analytics and stuff, but it didn't. So anyway, I was thinking at that point that life was quite bad. Right, I just got over that, and then lo and behold, someone steals Maxie out of my car. Now, what had happened with that is I had these 2 bags of knickknacks, right, which I'd left on the car seat because if I took them in the house, I'd have ate them, you see, because I like knickknacks. So I'd left them on the car seat. So I went out in the morning, and I noticed that my car is open, but it's a keyless one. It doesn't have a key. But there's no windows smashed or anything. So I looked and I thought, oh no, someone's nicked my knickknacks. So devastated about my knickknacks. And £2 that was there as well. There was like £2 there in my knickknacks. And then I thought, shit, my detector's gone. Run round the back, looked, detector's gone. But they hadn't took my spades. They pulled me pinpointers and stuff out of the bag. Must have thought it was buzzing and thought it was something strange.
Something else, yeah.
Something ladylike.
In a holster.
Yeah. Full of mud and that. I must have thought, ooh. So they left all the, I mean, my spades and everything else that was in there were worth money, but they left all that, just took the detector. So at that point, because I was warrior woman, 2 days later, I thought, right, I'm going to get up, I'm going to hunt Maxie down. That's what I do, I'm a hunter, aren't I? So I'm going to hunt Maxie out. So I thought, I'm going to go around to all the cash generator shops. And I wasn't actually intending to tell them to, if it come in, to let the police know that, that somebody had tried to put it in. So I had this list of all these shops where I was going to go. I had about 12 of them. So I went in the first one in Rochdale and I said to the man, I said, somebody's stolen my Garrett AT Max out of my car. I said, and he went, it's upstairs. I went, pardon? He said, it's upstairs. And it was there in the first shop. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So then they had to, obviously, the police had to go around and do a little identification on it. But so I got that back as well. So am I unlucky or am I lucky?
Have they actually caught the people who've done it?
Yeah.
Oh, they caught them. They've caught them as well.
They had to do some ID, didn't they? So I don't know if I'm lucky or I'm unlucky. I mean, last week as well, I was at work and it was about 4:10. Don't finish till 4:30. It's about 4:10 and started getting messages. John, someone's nicked your Instagram. It was only Elon Musk again. I said, run home. Anyway, so I managed to sort that out pretty quick before there was any damage.
Oh,
well, yeah.
I'm scared of moving.
So was it the Russians who hacked your YouTube?
Yeah.
Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do my Boney M?
What?
Oh, those Russians.
They didn't do me though. I mean, that week because they was trying to log on all the time, so I couldn't go to sleep. And I was staying up all night. I was like changing my passwords, and it was like Digger Dawn v Russia. I was like all night. I was like falling asleep for an hour, going to work. I was like that all day at work.
So have you actually tried getting Ukraine back yet?
That's next. That's next.
They didn't ask me yet, but if they want to ask me, I'll sort it out. Yeah.
I mean, you've squeezed all that in because when you spoke to us at Rodney Cook, you went into more detail about certain things. But was there a point when you just thought, "Oh, I can't be bothered. I'll give up," or did it make you stronger?
Made me absolutely so much stronger, and and I didn't cry once. Most people would have cried and thought, I said, I don't know, you didn't lose your shit when you did that, but I just didn't. I just went into like some sort of crazy warrior woman mode where I thought I'm not going to lose. And I think it kept me positivity. And if you look at it, I don't know whether I'm lucky or unlucky because I lost my case, got that back. Lost my YouTube channel, got that back. Lost my metal detector, it was stolen out of my car, got that back 4 days later. Got my Instagram back.
And you got COVID as well.
Have you actually thought about doing a lance out the detectorist to reburying that coin?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
I have thought of burying it actually because I was only thinking of that. I said it in a video that I put up on Tuesday. I said, because the other thing that's happened is that since that all this bad luck thing's been going on, is that I've travelled all around the country. I've been thousands of miles. I've been Isle of Sheppey, Wiltshire, everywhere, even went to Norfolk. And I can't found anything. It's like I'm cursed. And so the only thing I can think is it's that coin because it all started then, but I didn't want to upset Scottish people, you see.
You're not upsetting Scottish people. You're upsetting medieval people, an entire race, entire generation.
Yeah, I'd bury it. I'd personally bury it.
So what I'm thinking of doing with it is getting a little jar with a lid on, like a Bovril jar or something.
Yeah.
Putting the coin in the Bovril jar with the lid and then bury it in my garden. Do you think that'll be all right?
No. Nothing of bad juju. Bad juju.
Yeah.
Or is it because of Bovril?
Yeah. Both.
Well, you need to put a disclaimer in there as well saying, if you find this coin, leave it where it is.
Yeah, you do.
I'd fly to Africa. In fact, when you go into America, take it with you and bury it in America. Let them have the bad luck.
Yeah.
Sorry, Americans.
Or someone you don't like. Give it someone you don't like.
No, so I was actually, today.
I know who you can give it to. No, best not go there.
No.
So today, I was actually going to make a little video carrying it and burying it, but I didn't know where to bury it, you see. So I did think I'd discuss it with you, where you think is best to bury it.
America.
What do the viewers think?
No, because I want to go there. Where do people think? And if you're Scottish, would you be upset? Because I don't want to upset because I like Scottish people.
Why don't you go to Scott? Why don't you give it to a Scottish person?
I don't want to give him that sort of juju, do I?
What it might want to go home, mightn't it? The Scottish coin might want to go home.
Keith Ellis, push it down a Badger set. Yeah, that's a good call, actually.
And also, it's Halloween weekend, so we could talk about juju and that. So
the haunted coin.
I wouldn't have it in the house.
Of it because I haven't found. I went to Norfolk for 3 days. I must have been the only person there that didn't get an hammer coin. I can't find my way out of a paper bag at the minute. In fact, I was beginning to think that Maxie had been on crack. Well,
Maxie might have been inhaling stuff that your burglar got.
Yeah.
How did they get in your car, by the way?
Easy. Ford. The keyless Ford.
One, so whether they use some... At the time, I had my keys very near the front door. Now, my car's not that far away, and whether it was too close or something, I don't know.
That near me, there's a Ford Fiesta ST predominantly, because it's like an Essex car. Nothing against that, Dawn. It's a very good car. But they're a lot of people want them, and there's one a week getting stolen within a mile radius near my house.
Well, the police did say to me, watch your car, because they're being stolen at the minute. They did say that. Yeah. So what I did is I've installed a big security camera at the front of my house now. So anybody that walks past my house now gets full floodlights and everything. And I spend most of my evenings like that on my little phone watching everybody that goes past.
Yeah, I do that, but I usually shout at them as well and scare them.
Oh, I can shout as well. I've got a little speaker and go, get away from my car.
Mark Cocking, and I nearly said something else. He says, don't forget your comp for the book was scammed as well.
Oh, yeah, there was that as well. Thank you, Matt. There's been so much, you see, I can't remember. That book, what's it called? The Unexpected
Accidental Detector.
Yeah. The guy I was in that quite a bit. I don't know if you saw it. It was on about 5 pages. I loved reading that book. It was great. And he'd sent me 2, you see. So what I thought I'll do is I'll give one away. I thought I'll give one of these books away. So I did it on my Digger Dawn page. You know, just say like your book or something, and then I'll give it to somebody. So in the meantime, somebody completely cloned my Facebook account, right? I was messaging everybody saying, "You've won the book. Just send me your credit card details so that I can pay for the postage." So people was doing it, and I was feeling like it was me. And Mark Cocking, I had to tell him because he actually gave his details in. So I had to tell him, and so he went without food for a week because he had to cancel his cards and everything. So I ended up giving him the book because I felt bad.
Oh my Lord! I'm bit.
There's loads. I've had 4 Amazon parcels go missing that never arrive.
Adrian, you can keep your parking space, mate. I don't want any of this fame and fortune.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm surprised the show's going ahead. We haven't cut out.
Might be last one tonight because I'm on it now.
I'm just thinking about that Scottish Hammered. A lot of people in the chat were saying
what they're saying.
I like Val Shearer's. Read Val Shearer's out. I like that.
Because Val's Scottish. She's lovely. What does Val say? I put the cursed gallstone in a jar away from the house and communal land, and all been okay. But put a warning note in it. Well, that's what I was thinking. If I plant it in a field, somebody might dig it up and then suffer the same as I have, and they might not be quite as warrior woman as I am.
Instead of in a field, put it in. Why don't you take it when you take Diggy for a walk down the by the reservoir and that, in where the sword in the stone is and all that?
Oh yeah.
Bury it somewhere along there because nobody will go rooting there, will they?
Oh no, that's quite a good idea. Yeah. I might bury it near the sword. Mind you, I bet now I've said that people will be trying to find it.
Well, yeah. It's only free watching. I believe in things like that. You get things that have got bad omens. Yeah, and I thought I hadn't found a hammered for months, which for me where I live they're quite common, and I was getting really worried, and I was starting to think, is it because the last hammered I found had something bad about it? And then I'm like trying to recall where I found it and stuff like that. And luckily I found one on Saturday, but I was getting a bit tetchy because it's like rolled lead. They used to put
with a curse in it, yeah.
And how often do we find a bit of rolled lead? A lot.
Yeah, no, all the time,
you unroll it, and occasionally, probably 2 or 3 times I found totally disintegrated something in it, and it could have been paper that they wrote something on, and you don't know. It could have been that.
And then you hear something go. And
Does
like,
people in the comments think about you can have something cursed then as well?
I dropped my popcorn.
Technician says in Ireland we are careful not to dig near fairy trees. For those who don't know what a fairy tree is, technician, can you explain that? I'm not going to do it. Let him. It's his story.
Because it was near a tree.
My ex was cursed. Hi, Joe Webster in the chat. I'll take the coin. Or warrior woman.
Hey, while we've got everybody here, Adrian, why don't you tell everybody what's happening next week and how they can access the competition?
Oh, yes. Next week we got a big. It's quite a big draw. There's a few £100 worth of stuff going. But everyone who wants to enter needs to go to the big bigdetectingshow.com. Do you want to get it up?
Bottom of the screen, mate. Bottom of the screen.
Sorry?
Don't you know what your show's called?
No. I do another one that sounds very similar, but it's slightly different. Bigdetectingshow.com. Go head over there, scroll down the homepage.
Big Dick Detecting Show. The other one.
No, it's Big Dick Show. Is children watching? Oh no, it's only 8:30. Yeah, go to Big Detecting Show website, scroll down, and Dave's going to show you now.
Am I showing it?
It's going to show you. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
No, it's gone. That's it. And if you subscribe, enter your name and address, date of birth, card number, secret PIN number. No, just put your details in and you'll automatically be entered into the show competition, which is next week. And you'll also receive discounts for certain people or certain products. And we'll do it regularly because we'll send you a newsletter with what's coming up on the show, who's appearing and stuff like that. So head over to bigdetectingshow.com and that. And we won't sell your information to anyone, especially the Russians. And it's all secure. So, people should sign up to that, shouldn't they, Dave?
They should sign up for that because it's a free competition.
I think we've got some Garrett things in there as well. We've got Garrett's. I think we've got some Garrett finds boxes. And I tell you what, I wish I had it. Well, I did have it in my bag at the weekend. You know the Garrett ponchos, Dawn, the yellow ones?
Oh, I've got loads of them in my car.
The ones that I've got hundreds of that you were all smirking at me because I had a load of Chinese waterproof ponchos at Detectable, and you all mocked me.
I had the rain. Well, I had the rain come down on Saturday, and I thought, I wish I'd had that poncho because I've got a few of them here. And I got home and it was in there, but I forgot to undo it. But it's little things like that. It's good of Garrett to bring those out because they're really handy, aren't they?
Oh, they do. I have them in my boot of my car and they are really handy. I mean, you do look like some sort of like big yellow bit of custard or something, but right. There's somebody on there saying put the coin underwater. Some really good, in the comments, there's some really good suggestions about what to do with haunted coins. I'm glad you all believe that it is because I spoke to Kev about it and Kev says, "Oh no, I don't believe in all that sort of stuff." I said,
go on eBay and get yourself a smudge stick.
I've bought myself. I'll tell you what I've bought.
Do a bit of smudging on it then.
They're in the cupboard. I bought some of that white that stuff you smoke around the house.
That's called cannabis.
Just
we don't do. Oh right.
White.
No. Not white ether.
Persil.
Not persil. No, it's like a herb. And you burn it and it gets rid of evil spirits out of your house. Come on in comments. You don't know what it is. It's called white. Someone will know what it is. Come on. It's an incest.
Sage.
Just that to be Chris Langston.
Sage.
Oh, white sage.
White sage. So I've got 2 sticks of white sage because I thought I was that worried at one point that everything I went near went wrong. I thought somebody suggested it to me to do that. So I'm still going to do that. Yeah. I'll try it. When you get to a certain point, you'll just try anything because you're desperate. So I've got to that point. I mean,
don't be putting it in any pies, though, will you?
White sage pie.
Well, like sage and onion stuffing. You don't want to put any like pork and sage pies, do you?
It's like what witches do to clear areas or something.
Oh.
Cleansing.
How do you burn it? What is it like? Sage just in
the with a lighter. Do you want me to go and get it?
Yeah, go on. I'm interested in this. I'll buy some just because I like weird things like that. I'll do it when...
Write it down. Smudge sticks.
Because when my son brings his mates home from the pub, I'll walk around the house doing it.
See, it's just like...
That would be hilarious, that.
Yeah.
What?
Set up a spy camera as well for the reaction.
When my son brings his mates home from the pub, I walk around the house burning it.
So it's proper stuff. Look, it just looks like... It does look
it's a smudge stick.
A what?
A smudge stick, it's called. That's what the witches call a smudge stick. So if you go round and do your incantations, go around every single room in your house of it, walk around clockwise, do your incantation and smudge.
Why clockwise?
I don't know. I'll try anything at this point. I mean, a lady who's a spiritualist or a psychic or something, I was talking to her because she's a metal detector, so I was talking to her at field. And she said to get a blue drum or something and have a friend walk around, but I didn't have any friends or a blue drum, so I couldn't go for that one. I've had to go for this one.
Have you not got like a roses thing, Tim?
Yeah,
they're blue. Get Malado upstairs, walk around and follow you.
Who says that Anne's there? Which told me you can get rid of negativity by putting things in your freezer. So what? Well, if I put that coin in my freezer in an ice cube tray, so it's underwater, that should be sorted, shouldn't it?
And then you put the ice in your drink, and then it all goes totally pear-shaped.
The technician's got back to us. He says it's a single hawthorn tree on its own. This is the fairy tree. I'd forgotten about the fairies until someone reminded me at a rally in Northern Ireland recently. Someone had found a hammy near one, and the suggestion was that it may be cursed. Following on from that, he says, also, my late brother believed in white fluffy feathers brought luck. Last week, I found one going into a field, stuck it in my grip, and then found a bullhead silver seen in his latest video.
I believe that as well, white feathers. But anyway,
I believe white feathers are bad luck because it's obviously a bird that's just been hit by a car.
Oh, well, I don't. I think it's no. I think it's a sign. I mean, the other thing that's happened because I've not found anything now since June, and I even went to Norfolk for 3 days in desperation because I thought if I go to Norfolk, I've got to find somewhere because that's the land of plenty, isn't it? That's just got everything in it.
Yeah.
You know what I found? I'm going to admit the swear word. A bag seal. 3 days.
Oh. How do you know Maxie hasn't been tampered with or abused?
That's what I'm thinking. As Maxie,
does Maxie blame you and therefore he's not giving it up?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You shouldn't have left him in the car. He should be in bed beside you.
Yeah, but I mean, what else has happened as well? And I think a lot of detectives, you know me, how I'm full of positivity. I go out expecting to find a certain thing, and at 10 times out, I actually do. To the point where I think, oh my God, that's a bit weird. And I'll say, oh, I'm going to get a George III sixpence and something else, and the next minute one pops out of the hole because I absolutely believe it. Where I've got to the point now where I was in Norfolk, which is not like me at all. I was walking around thinking, I'm not going to find anything. I'm going to find anything now, and I've gone my head had gone into this place of where I wasn't going to find anything because my head was in the wrong place. I even tried to do a bit of deep breathing and meditating while I was detecting because I was like irritated by it. So I know I'm not going to find anything like that. So my plan is this. I'm going to use my smudge stick tomorrow. I'm going to go around the house. Now, Chris has invited me to Shropshire. He's found this really good permission and he went on it today for a test and found an hammer coin. And I'm going to take my Apex with me. and I'm going to find something on Saturday. And the minute I find something,
if you find something, the big detecting show need a mention.
I'll mention you.
Well, it's good luck.
We're the ones who have helped in this analytic way of your processing.
Yeah, definitely. I think you'll break it this weekend. It'll all be good.
I think so. I think it's coming near the end. I've got, a lot of other good stuff that I can't talk about at the minute has happened. So I do think I'm on the right. And then the other thing is, am I lucky or am I unlucky? Because I got everything back.
You're lucky. I think you're lucky.
Who would that happen to?
Yeah. So if you were unlucky, you wouldn't have got it back. Yeah.
No,
but you got
a single thing came back.
Yeah, you got to go out. Julian Evan Hart's, me and him have spoken about this many a time. You go out, and whether you've been drinking the night before and you don't feel up for it, or you're tired, or you just get a bad day at work and you just can't unwind, and you're just like, I haven't found anything yet. You won't find anything. No. I'm the same. And if you go out there thinking, I'm going to find it, you do find something. It's hard. Dave doesn't, but that's because he keeps.
I say I'm going to find stuff every time I go out, and I still don't find anything. So
no, but I know
your argument.
I know what Adrian means. I usually can vision in my head what I'm going to find, and I find it. I'm always thinking I'm going to find a cartwheel penny, and I usually do. But just at the minute I'm thinking I can't find anything. I'm cursed. It's going on in the back of my head, and I need to get rid of that.
It's gone. I've just sent out a prayer and it's gone. This weekend you might find a half sovereign this weekend. I've got a feeling. 18. Well, I might
hush your mouth.
1878.
Imagine if I do. 1878.
Half sovereign.
Adrian. Yeah.
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? That wouldn't be funny. It'd be fantastic.
Actually,
Chris Langston won't be laughing.
No, he'll find a Scottish hammered
with two little holes in it.
Yeah, and then he'll break his shaft. And
his metal detector.
Yeah. But I'm sure it will. You do get. I've had a bit of a bleak period.
The other thing is what I think as well, because I'm always pulling myself back to positivity. As you know, I keep thinking to myself, well, the other times when I've had a bit of a quiet period, because you do in metal detecting, don't you? I mean, you don't find stuff all the time. You have good times, don't you, and bad times. That's how it goes. And usually you have a bad time, and it usually gets broken by something really good, doesn't it? So I'm thinking, I might find a hold of something, or I might find some big medieval gold or something or other. That's what I keep thinking. I think I'm being saved up so that, to break it, it's going to be like, boom.
Mm. And it's true, because some people think it's their machines, so they'll buy another machine. No, and then luckily they'll find something. But you do get it. You do get, I mean, I was so tempted. I went out for quite an expensive machine on Saturday. And afterwards, I found a hammered and a few bits, but I thought, I should have found more. And then I thought, I'm going to get a machine that's worth probably less than half the price next time I go out. But then I thought, no, I'm not. I'm gonna stick at it. You've got to keep positive. Definitely got to keep positive.
Your lucky feet, where your feet go.
Yeah, well, Paul McKenna, who's a friend of Chris Rogers, I think. I shouldn't probably.
Oh, is he?
Well, yeah, I probably should have said that, but I think he is. He knows him. He did a really good program about 10-15 years ago. He picked two people, random members of the public. One of the people was like yourself, Dawn, really positive, forward thinking, and lives life to the full. And the other one was a guy who was a butcher and who was quite miserable, I think, and he was just like, they filmed him walking to work. So one's walking to work like this, walking past people going, morning, and the other one's just going like that. And Paul McKenna put £20 notes on the way to work in front of him on the floor, right? The bloke who was thinking positively picked all of them up. The bloke who was a bit negative and miserable didn't see any of them. And they were all put like where you'd see them, which goes to show that, I don't know, you just need to think like, oh, and it's like, I remember one day I went out with my dad and he was driving along and the car braked and this is before seatbelts, I think. I nearly went through the windscreen. He got out, ran over, picked something up, got back in the car, drove off, and then 10 seconds later, braked again, got out. He kept doing this. I said, Dad, what's up? He said, nothing. Kept looking in the mirror. He found 70 quid, which 30 or 40 years ago, someone had dropped. And it was all in the road. But my dad, you constantly, do you know what I mean? You've got to be aware of your surroundings. So I think being positive is something in the hobby. Don't matter what machine you got. You just got to think, I'm going to, like you said, Dawn, I'm going to go out today and I'm going to find it. And if I don't, I don't. But go for it.
Yeah, but you can't go out defeated. If you
I think Paul McKenna's going to have to come and have a word with me, isn't he?
Well, Dave, you're always going like that. It's nearly lunchtime.
No, I'm not.
Nearly cake.
No.
No, you
How
don't.
can I always say that when it's permanently on it in my hand anyway?
No, you're not a negative guy. I think you just where your
I'm negative. I'm negative metal detecting. Very negative.
You get cross
because I've had so many times that I've not found anything that I've become negative because of it.
Yeah, but you don't find something every time, do you?
No, I never find anything anytime.
I mean, I'm only naffed off because I drove to the Isle of Sheppey for 3 days. No, 4 days I went to the Isle of Sheppey. Didn't find anything. A couple of coppers. And then I went to Rodney Cook. Didn't find nothing there. Been to Norfolk for 3 days. Didn't find nothing. I drove about 1,000 miles. For about two George III coppers.
But did you enjoy yourself?
Yes.
So you didn't need to find anything?
No.
Yeah. No,
it came. I mean, the Isle of Sheppey was great because my Garrett friends from America came over, and I always have such a good time with them. And it was just an absolute welcome break because while I was in Sheppey, I still had no YouTube channel. It was all going on, so it was a distraction from that, really. So yeah, I had a good time there, but it wasn't for fines reasons, but it was for every other reason.
The treasures above the ground.
Yeah.
It was for that. Was anything to do with that mauve monkey?
That what?
Mauve monkey.
Mauve monkey. What's that?
She's got a very, very, very short memory, hasn't she?
Oh, that round thing where they run over. Oh no, that was a chicken.
Do you know what we were talking about, me, you, and Adrian, before the start of the show?
Yeah, but I didn't know what you were talking about.
The Fanta that you're drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my mauve monkey.
Yes.
Monkey.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, well, a minute. What chicken?
That they drove over.
It was just a round chicken thing called Charlie or something. And then they were just taking pictures of it and someone run it over to see if he could kill it live. But it survived. Don't worry. It wasn't real. It was just made out of like felt.
It survived. It wasn't real. Yes. Teddy bear.
Like sort of thing.
Anyway.
It was like remember them Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Yeah. Sort of. It was like that. It was like that sort of thing.
What going back to America, Dawn, tell us what's all that about?
America. Well, Christopher Columbus went over.
No. Why? No, why did he go there?
I don't
know.
No. Anyway.
So you're going over to America kindly with Garrett. What's going to happen when you're over there apart from drinking?
I'm going to go over, and it's always been my dream to the Charles Garrett hunt. So it's like a memorial hunt for Charles Garrett, and it's the 5th one this year, and they're going to have it. And they set up like a big huge dig. It's a totally different sort of setup to what we have, to what we think of. Like detectable and things, it's like that. It's different, and it's very family orientated and stuff like that. So I'm going to be working and stuff. I'm not just going to be like having a good time. They'll have like big children's events, so they have like a children's feel. So they plant everything, and you can go on and help the kids learn how to do stuff and everything. And then I think they have seeded hunts for children.
That'd actually be good for me to go on there, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah. So it's a different setup to here, but it's still a big. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's a dream, and I can go to the Garrett factory where
I was going to ask that.
Yeah, so that's going to be great, isn't it? It was Max's birthplace.
I've got to go back a little bit again to this Charlie the chicken, right? Are you sure it wasn't? Are you sure it wasn't a penguin?
No, it was a chicken thing. Oh yeah, Chris has said it was a penguin. It was a penguin, yeah.
I'd hate to come round yours for Christmas dinner.
Just
oh yeah, we're having some penguin.
Rabbit. Yeah. I wonder what penguin tastes like.
Anyway, yes. So
rubbery.
Thanks, Chris. I thought it was a chicken. I couldn't remember. It was just this thing that just kept appearing. Anyway, they run it over. With
Dawn,
was it a live penguin?
No.
It didn't die
at the end of it.
No, it's not. No, it wasn't cruelty or anything like that.
Dawn, when you go to Garrett, right, one of the things that always excites me, and with all metal detecting manufacturers, is the manufacturing. But because of secrecy and NDAs and stuff, it's all a bit undercover. Do you reckon you'll be able to do a bit of filming like in the factory or in reception, do you reckon?
I don't know. I'd have to ask.
Because that'd be really cool, because there's not many detecting manufacturers, and I won't name any, but all of them, you never see production facilities or testing or anything. Actually, XP, I wrote an article a few months ago on XP, and they sent some photos of circuit boards being printed and someone doing something. But it's like you see cars being made, don't you, or used to years ago on production lines, and detectors, and Garrett are big. Garrett are very big, and it'd be really exciting if you could say to them, "Oh, could I just film this little bit, or could I film them?"
Well, I'll ask the question. Obviously, when I'm there, I'm going to film like all the barbecues and everything, because everything's massive, isn't it? I mean, I don't. Everybody's been saying when you go to Texas, they have really big like ribs and big steak. I don't know how to tell them I don't eat steak. I don't know what to do.
Just say you had one for breakfast.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll ask the question because I'm going to film everything.
Yeah, that'd be a really good video, wouldn't it?
A lifetime opportunity, in it. So I'm going to film everything that I can within, you know. I'll have to ask, obviously.
Yeah, and they'd probably say no, but even the outside of the building and stuff like that would be really nice to see. Because I think Garrett, I don't know, I feel they've got a new machine coming next year. I don't know why, but I feel they've got something coming, because after the Apex, they've got the control box and everything set up. What's that new one, the gold one? The which uses a similar sort of style. So there could be a new Apex Pro coming out, waterproof. I don't know, but I just feel that they might be bringing something next year.
If you're trying to whittle anything out of me, I don't know.
No, I did try. I know. I did try. Yeah, but it would. I think because there's been a bit of a change at Garrett, isn't there?
They've got bought into whites and stuff like that, haven't they? So they've got whites technology on board and things like that now as well.
Yeah.
And I think a little bit of that Axiom. I mean, I actually held that Axiom in Germany before it had ever come out, and I was really super impressed with it. I was going, oh. I mean, the carbon fiber shaft and the way it was held, and the coil on it and the end was like a paper plate. I've never felt anything so light, but I think it was that white used to have a coil like that was very, very, very light.
Well, they're probably, like you say, they're probably working with the whites engineers in coming up with a few bits, and I wouldn't be surprised if the coil has had something to do with whites. But I just feel that.
I did say at the time, this is how you need to make an AT Max like this. But I don't think that my opinion goes for much. But I did say it. I did say carbon fibre shaft like that and everything, that sort of same design in an AT Max that would be waterproof and all that. It'd be absolutely amazing. But that's just my wish. Don't think that's anything coming out of Garrett if it's not.
Well, if they're making it,
I didn't say that, but.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You still get out with the Apex? Are you taking that? Did you say this weekend or?
Well, yeah, I'm going to take it out this weekend in case something's happened to Maxie. While it's been stolen.
He might get the hump. He might get,
or
you might come home.
And then think about what he's been finding. And then if he wants to come out again, he needs to sort his life out.
He's thinking I like hanging around with kids in tracksuits smoking weed more. That's probably what he's thinking. Yeah.
A little bit of a congratulations, Tony Kaywood. A film that he wrote, Connected, as its premiere this weekend at the Dublin International Short and Music Festival. And it was filmed by an Italian crew, and you can catch the trailer on YouTube.
Oh, what's it called again?
Connected, or in Italian, Connessi.
Well done, Tony.
Well done, Tony. That. Has he got that bit of him falling in it? Because I think that's a great bit.
Get it up. Go on, Dave. I do love it.
It just makes me laugh.
I like the full one where he gets up and carries on talking.
It's just funny, isn't it? That
I laugh more at Adrian's reaction every time.
Yeah, I never forget when I saw that. Because you didn't tell me, and that just appeared. Dawn, do you have any outtakes? Have you ever thought about doing outtakes?
I don't have outtakes. You get what you see.
Yeah, you don't have like, crisps have just, the bag of crisps is just split. Or
no, I'd keep it in me. You know what I'm like.
Yeah, knickknacks.
If there's anything comical in, then just keep it in. So the only time I take anything out is when I've said something wrong, and then I'll just say it again. But I mean, it's not said wrong funny. It's when I've gone, you know.
Drunk.
We have to redo every week's show because I'm not dissimilar.
But no, if there's anything where I fell or anything like that, which is not very often, I put it in. I mean, I live in hope that the people that I'm with fall. You know, like Kev, I've filmed him loads of times trying to make it open, he fall off a fence and that, or Chris.
Just push Chris.
No, just give Chris that coin and then start filming him for about half hour.
Give Chris the coin, right? Hidden in something like that he won't open till later, or in a cake that make him a sandwich and put it in his bag.
Or a penguin. Give him a penguin and stuff it up the penguin and say,
easy Chris. Now. Are we on about a chocolate bar or a penguin?
No, a stuffed one, not a real one. Actually, no. It would be good. I wonder if
do you think it'll work this then, Dave? Because you're into all that sort of stuff like this ghosty stuff, aren't you?
Well, sorry, I didn't hear the first bit of your question then.
I said, do you think it'll work this? Because you're into ghosty stuff, aren't you, about stuff like
me?
This?
I think it's all bullshit, that side of stuff. So no, but Mrs. Sadler believes in all that claptrappery, and you know, I know a lot of other people who claim to have had good dealings with such things.
Make a video of it.
I'm just a conduit giving you the information.
Dawn, what's it smell of?
Sage.
White sage.
I mean, it smells quite nice, really, but I didn't want to put it on and then set my smoke alarms off, you know, because I wasn't sure how smoky it would be. I got it off Amazon.
Right. Oh.
Don't forget, first and foremost, don't just set fire to it and just go rocking around your house. If you've got to do it properly, the witchy way, there's a certain way of doing it. You'll have to Google it first. In fact, leave that to me. I'll find you
doing that like a summit.
Something like that. I'll find you a link, a proper one, not a bloody half-wit one.
Right.
You might have to get a vicar around to bless your house.
Well, I just think I need to get rid of that coin, but I didn't want to, like I say, I didn't want to upset Scottish people.
Well, no, you're not, are
you?
Because
I'd said in my last video, I was thinking of getting rid of it, and some Scottish person put, I'm glad you didn't get rid of that. I'd have been really upset. And I thought, oh no, am I going to upset Scotland getting rid of it? Am I going to have to just keep it and be cursed?
I'm sure the whole of Scotland won't know, to be honest. So I think you'll be all right.
it's
Nicola Sturgeon won't mention it on Question Time or anything.
Well,
actually, bloody digger Dawn.
She's buried one of our coins.
Actually, it's interesting why it's got two holes in it. Are they like close together or quite?
Well, there's
far
one
apart?
At the top and one at the side. It's like weird.
You know what that means, Dave, don't you? Is there one at like 12 o'clock and one at 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, Dave.
It's one of them. One of them.
Yeah.
It is actually one at 12 o'clock and one at 3 o'clock. Because I didn't know why it had 2 holes in it. I mean, one hole, you know, it's been on.
Why do any of us have 2 holes in us?
I don't know. Why?
It's a 3 o'clock coin.
Yeah.
You never heard of 3 o'clock coins?
No.
That's quite interesting, actually. I'd get that out of the house straight away because
You winded up, You winded up.
3 o'clock coins.
I've only ever heard one person in the last 30 years who had one of those, and he had horrendous problems. Horrendous.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't realise it. No, 3 o'clock coin. Yeah.
Was that him from
the one who's in the wheel? Yeah, the one who detective. Yeah.
Who?
He was a detective in a wheelchair. Danny,
that was it.
Yeah.
Come see us, didn't he?
Yeah.
And 3 o'clock coin.
3 o'clock coin.
You should get. I didn't know it had 2 holes in it at 12 and 3.
Got 1 and 3. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. They're very, very rare, and they're a sign of something.
Basically, it's a satanic thing. It goes back to what was his name?
You winding me up.
Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley's 3 o'clock coins.
Yeah, I've only ever heard of one being found, and I think the British Museum got rid of it because of what it was linked to.
Yeah, they did. It was the last I saw of one was in the Bosley Witchcraft Museum. Bowcastle Witchcraft Museum in Cornwall.
I think the one Danny found was Joan of Arc, wasn't it? Isn't it one that was?
I thought it was Germanic.
Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, I didn't know that. So
do you know what, Dawn? You're so fucking easy. You are.
I need to Google it now. I need to Google it.
Well, you did say there was one at the side and one at the top, so I said it like 3 o'clock. Yes. So anyway, sorry, Dawn. No, it's just.
Just remember, I'll see you two at some point somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've got a memory like a fish, and you won't remember.
I'm going to get a load.
I was really worried then. Really worried. I was thinking,
Dave,
oh God.
Next year's Rodney Cook, I'm going to get a load of hammers and put 2 holes in them.
Absolutely, mate. People coming up to us. I want them 3 o'clock coins.
That's the last time you get any cake.
Chris, will you bring me the cake, please?
Yeah. Oh, it's made people laugh. That's good. That's good. Oh dear, that was quite funny. Sorry. We had to do that.
I believe anything, mate. You know, you can tell me anything and I believe it. That was bad.
That's why we did it.
I was proper worried then.
Sorry. Oh, we should be car salesmen, Dave. Dave and Adrian's Autos.
We could go round robbing Fords and selling them.
Yes, we could.
Probably mine. Finding strange vibrations. Do you know what ones that with the
Just heard what Dawn said.
I had a few pinpointers, right? And I used to have the old black one. You remember the very first one that was out, not before the carrot, the black pinpointer.
We're talking about pinpointers.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I had this black pinpoint, but then I got a carrot one. Well, I lost my black one. I didn't know where it had gone. Right. So anyway, one day I was getting rid of my car, so I sent it in to have it valeted, so that so that I could sell it and anyway, when I picked it up, the man said, "Oh, I found this area pens and this, that, and the other." And he went, and he looked at his he went, I found this as well, but he wasn't like that. He said he buzzes. Oh, he didn't know what it was. And it was my black pinpointer. But the way his face went, it was so sheepy to tell me the way he held it like that. The seat.
I'll tell you what, you've got me thinking now, because every time I open my boot up at Tesco's and there's a pinpointer in the boot, people are going to look at me, aren't they? I've never thought of it like that before, especially when I'm sitting in the garden in the summer changing batteries and my neighbours are watching me. I'm going,
Has your lad got a car?
No, not yet.
Oh, I was going to say you'll have to get one of the other vibrating objects and put it in his boot.
Yeah, actually.
I think it's worse if you've got a vibrate and you're a woman and you've got a vibrating object. I think it's worse.
Well,
but that car valeting man was definitely thought it was some sort of trick. And the thief that robbed him today, because I could tell the way it was just chucked on the top. It'd been pulled out from the bottom and it was just like dropped as if he thought, not taking that.
And his mate probably said, "No, that ain't mud on it." His mate probably said. Sorry.
So many things I want to say. So many things I'm holding off saying.
I tell you what, Dawn, there's no way they're going to go in that car again. Who the hell owns this?
Oh, gosh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It got me hot, all flustered.
Did you get away? No,
Dawn, when he came up,
he went,
what did you say to him? What did you say to him? Oh, it's a pinpointer.
I said, it's a pinpointer that it buzzes. He said, yeah, no. I must have pressed it. But he didn't know what it was. So anyway, I explained to him what it was and that.
And he went,
he thought it wasn't that.
And then he went, I'll watch your YouTube channel. do you do fans as well?
I'll tell you what was good, right? You know, when the police and that, when I told the police about me, my detector, I said, that's probably the most famous metal detector in the world. That so they want that bright, because not because it's a Garrett 18 Max, but I'm probably the only YouTuber that's used the same detector for 5 years and give it a name and treat it like a pet. So more people know Maxi than any other metal detector in the world, don't they? If you think about it. So, they want that bright stealing that, was they?
No, that's true.
Anyway,
you've had that machine 5 years.
Yeah, so the police then said, what's your channel called? And then they were all like dead friendly with me and helpful and that, and said they subscribed and even said, can you give us a shout out on your channel?
Have you done that?
Yeah. I filmed going into the police station and picking it up.
Whilst the poor car valeting man's trying to find Dog of Dawn on YouTube. Sorry. I'm laughing. I'm trying to think how we get back to metal detecting after that. I just keep picture that valeting man coming out like that. Sorry, I think it's very funny.
Sorry. I always lower the tone, don't I?
Yeah. Because me and Dave were going to talk about Ukraine and Russia, and
I know we never ever lower the tone.
No. Yeah, we were going to talk about EBITDA and proportional representation and stuff like that tonight, but we started talking about car valeting.
We always have a laugh, us three, though, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And someone messaged me tonight, who I know, who's in the club I'm in, and he said, "Oh, I can't believe you got Dawn on tonight. I can't wait to watch it. Oh, lovely lady and all that." And he said, "Have you ever met her?" And I said, "Yeah, met her a few times." And he said, "Oh, is she nice?" I said, "Yeah." And you come across normal, not normal, genuine, and you are genuine.
Come across normal.
No, but when you meet you in the flesh, Dawn, you're even. Yeah, you are. You're normal. But when you meet you in the flesh, you're even more normal, if you can do that. But it's so nice.
Normal,
yeah, you are.
Well, normal in Dawn's world, do you know what I mean? But I am normal, yeah. I don't have any airs or anything. I'll think of anybody, do I?
No. And I think what you said just a few minutes ago, you've had the same machine for 5 years. And I'm trying to think of a YouTuber, a big one, who has had the same machine for 5 years. Not brand, the same actual model. And I'm trying to think of one. No, there must be one. I'm trying to think. Well,
Scotty B, the child in the chat.
He should be in bed. He's got school. It's half term. No, it's half term.
He's asked about 39 times, and I want to get it in before he goes to bed.
What rallies
he's getting late.
For the viewers this year and next year, Scotty, because next year the first one that I'm attending is yours, because yours is my favourite. I love it. I love Detecticon up north because I think the people are great. Everybody's dead family friendly, and Detecticon is my favourite one of the whole the whole year, and I find stuff there as well.
You did, yeah.
Well, I did, yeah. No, next year I'll be back.
The beer's decent because it's northern, obviously, as well.
It's just very
like
friendly.
Pish.
Yeah, I'm coming next year, so I'm going to sleep in Dave's van.
I'm sick I didn't go to that Just Detect one this year, actually, because they
found I'm coming as well,
there, didn't they?
Yeah, they found some lovely stuff there. Yeah,
that Just Detect one in Lincoln. I fancy that next year.
That's sold out really quick.
I'll be at Detecticon definitely because there's no summer holiday planned, so I'll be in the hopefully well and truly finished ArcMD mag ride by then.
Can I sleep in it with you?
You can have a sleep on the floor, spoon, or across the front seats, and I'll leave the van. I'll leave the van open so you don't sort of.
I'll come in the van for a bit as well.
Yeah, we could have a party. We could do.
I'll have a vape and a bit of a Fanta in your van.
Vape and Fanta. Can I put a hammock up in it?
A what?
Yeah, hammock. Why not?
Yeah,
why not?
No, hopefully, I'll come up there. I'm looking forward to Detecticon. I'd love to have gone last year, but we can have some music and a few drinks. That'd be good. Did you stay in a hotel up there, Dawn, or did you sleep in a car or tent?
I don't do tents.
No, I don't.
I can't do my hair properly and all that. You know what I'm like.
Did you sleep in a hotel then?
Well, we was in that bowl place across the road.
Bow Peeps.
Bowl. It was called Bowl something. I can't remember what it was called. Bowl. Chris, what was it called?
Selector.
No, it wasn't Bowl Selector. But it was called Bowl Rig. And it was just across the road, so it was nice because what me and Chris was eating.
Oh dear! Hold on a minute. Let me just ban and
Tony Kaywood's got some.
I'm just having to ban and block a retard.
Hot girls here.
Right, banned and blocked. Banned and blocked.
Is that because I'm on?
Sexfind.biz was banned and blocked.
Right, thank you.
Yeah, so it was nice because me and Chris was like having our dinner outside and had a really nice, like we had prawns and all that sort of thing. But we could view people in the tents across the road. While we was eating and drinking and
that's called voyeurism.
It was good though.
Yeah,
Sexfind.biz was asking about some black thing in your boot that buzzes.
That's what come on, didn't they? They heard about the black vibrator.
It is, isn't it? Someone, oh my lord. Well, that's a good thing because it means there's more than 3 people watching. 4 now. That's really good.
No, it's 3 again now. 3 again.
Oh, is it? That's my wife.
Blocked him.
Are you going to be going? So you're going to Detecticon. What other ones do you think you're going to be going to next year, Dawn?
I don't know really. I'm going to try and get out and about a bit more because I've started enjoying weekenders, you see. So Diggy's getting a bit older now, so I'm thinking I'm taking Diggy with me on the weekenders and staying in a hotel that has dogs. I'm still not like, like a dog because he's calmed down now. But you know what he's like. You see when I saw you last, Dave, and someone gave him a bit of sausage, didn't they? So I went out to.
That's not a euphemism, Adrian.
Sorry, I thought it was.
No, who was it? Give him a bit of bacon, a sausage or something, didn't you? Off a bacon butty or something.
I don't know. Can't
so
remember.
I'm detecting with him, and after 10 minutes, I looked at him, and he's just like his little fat bum's walking off, going back for some more sausage. That's all he cares about in life is eating.
Just like
again,
Dave.
like me.
And then he just another thing with him is when I'm detecting, when I've been about an hour or so, he just sits down like that and says, "Oh, I'm not going anymore. I'm sitting here." And then it's like, come on. No, I'm sitting down and I'm not moving. So this is why I don't bring him, you see.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking now we're getting a bit more chilled out and that, he might, I might start taking him because people always want to see him. And he does love people and detectorists.
I've started taking my dog now and she loves it. She just
he loves the people.
Yeah. Well, I go on my own or with my mate. And she just follows me for miles on the fields. And it's so good because she enjoys it. But then I think I said something about this a few weeks ago. I've got a really good target and then dig down, put the pinpointer in, nothing there. And then, dig the soil out. Dog comes along, right in the hole, threw a hammer about 30 foot away. So, yeah.
Well, he does that as well when I'm trying to get something. I've just got his head stuck in the hole. And he's always taking stones out of it and things because he knows there's something in there. So he'll take a little stone out or something or other. But now he's getting a bit more calmer where he'll just because before he used to just be crazy. But he's 6 now, you know.
Cool, blimey. Mine's only 10 months, I think. Yeah, 10 months.
6.
So
thinking of doing a few travelling about. So I don't know about the ones at the end of the year when it comes to September and that, because usually that's dictated by Garrett. When the Garrett team come over, I just go where they go. So they choose that. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going there. I just have to go with them. But I would like to go to the Just Detect one because I thought that was some good finds there. Definitely going to Scotty's. And the rest are just, I don't know. I mean, I was going to go to a Ministry of Detect one up in the Lake District a few weeks back. But the rain was that bad, it got called off. So I ended up going to Norfolk.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was like Woburn Detecting Store. And Steve Denton, he was called, the guy that put it on. And it was the first one that they'd done. He'd done a really good job of it, to be honest. Yeah, it was good. And there was a lot of, I seen a gold stater and everything. He had a gold stater in my hand.
Well,
I was like, oh.
They're quite, there's a few that come up round here. I was on Sunday, someone found a gold stater. He'd come from Blackpool.
Did he?
Someone's friend, come from Blackpool all the way to Essex.
Name wasn't John, was it?
John.
Just John.
No, don't go there.
No. But if ever you're in Essex, you or Chris, give us a shout and I'll take you out for a day and you can come on one of my permissions. Because
so long, didn't it? I mean, it took me 5 hours to drive to Norfolk.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's 6 to me, I think, from up your way.
Well, it took me 6 hours to the Isle of Sheppey, but 5 hours to Norfolk.
Yeah, I'm not far.
Just all A roads, isn't it? I was like, I got on the A roads and I looked and it said 96 miles. So I had to do 96 miles on A roads. And I was stuck behind tractors and all sorts of stuff. Can't overtake them because there's like a big row of cars. You just got to go at 25 mile an hour for 20 miles till the tractor pulls off.
Yeah, there is that. But no, maybe you and Dawn can come down here with
me,
Dave. You and Dave and Dawn. I can see that's a video. And you could have a detect off. That'd be quite good, actually.
Me and Dave?
Dave? Yeah, come down here and have a detect off. I can give Dave loads of Southern beer, which he loves. And Dawn, you can have a huffer.
A what? A huffer?
Yeah, Google it. It's a Essex thing. Yeah, huffer. Huffer.
Can I try a Savoy?
Oi. Yeah, you certainly can. You have Savoys up north.
I'll tell you what, I used to have a chippy. You won't know this, in the early 90s.
You did? Yes, you did. Yeah.
And at the time, the person that I was I had the chippy with was a Londoner. And he was a Londoner, you see. And so when we opened this chippy, he kept going, you got to have Savoy. So we were the only northern chippy that sold Savoys.
Really?
In the 90s, yeah.
So you didn't sell Savoys?
In the 90s.
I've never had the Savoy. I've never seen anyone sell a Savoy.
I
only knew about him because the person who had the song in the charts with Boris Johnson is a effing chuff. Sang about it in one of his other songs.
Sorry.
They don't sell Savoy.
You don't sell Savoys up north in chip shops?
No, but we have moist things like gravy and curry sauce. And
we have curry sauce. We've got all that.
You have no moist down south. No moist.
So it was the only chippy in the whole of the north that sold Savoys.
Did people like them or buy them?
Yeah, they did like them.
Yeah. Oh.
We used to have to call them spicy sausage, so Northerners like attempt them.
I bet you never had the savoury down there, did you, Adrian?
One of them spicy sausage, will you?
Did you have savouries up your way, Dawn?
What savoury? What?
Just a savoury. It was just like it's like a fish cake, but it was the old-fashioned fish cake when they had it in my. Not a fish cake now that's shit and thin, like a proper one, but it was all mashed potato and that in it.
Yes, we have those. We have those, but they're called fish cakes.
Yeah, fish cakes.
They didn't have fish in them, you blurt.
Well, it's just potato.
And other bits and bobs, yeah.
No, I don't make them.
And do you know what I've been trying to do all week, Adrian, because it's been on telly, and I was like, oh my God, doing it on telly again.
What?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. We could do a sound over on that as an advert. Dawn thinks you're all a bunch of... Yeah. I'm a little bit shocked about the Savoys. I didn't know that.
Well, years ago, when I was a kid, my friend, my cousin, right, was from Manchester, and she got married to somebody that lived in Birmingham, and she couldn't get Holland's puddings. And when she come up, she used to buy loads of Holland's puddings and take them back to Birmingham because she couldn't get them. Whereas now everything's very cosmopolitan, isn't it?
What puddings?
A pudding, a steak pudding.
You never had the rag pudding?
Rag pudding.
What?
You never had the rag pudding?
No.
I don't know. It's kidney pudding, and it's cooked in, it's steamed in a rag.
Yeah, it's like suet.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Rag pudding.
We'll have to take him one now, Dave. We'll have to take him on next time.
I don't think it lasts much very further past my house.
No. Liver. Has it got all liver in it and stuff?
No, it's nice.
No, none of that World War food.
Do you know, I'm going to Google... Oh, no, I'm not going to Google Savoys tonight because that will go totally wrong on my computer. But
especially if we're on the show.
Yes.
Don't start talking about sausages while I'm on.
Not that we've been doing it for the past half hour.
That's right. Right. Has anyone got any questions they want to ask Dawn relating to Savoy's chip shop ownership or valeting with pimples?
Or cursed coins. Or
cursed coins.
Sage burning.
Chris Langston said you should see the subtitles on this show. It's struggling to translate.
We'll wait.
Yes, I've had the Cockneys on the programme, probably. That'll be why.
Terry Wallace. I'm here for the first time in a long time to see that the show hasn't changed at all.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you for watching. Invite them up, Stoke, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
I've had oatcakes. Yeah.
We're not talking about the biscuits. We're talking about...
No.
I tell you what, them. Stephen Pettycan, who's the tidy detectorist who's in the thing. Hi, Stephen. He made me some Welsh cakes.
He didn't make them. His wife did.
No, he made them.
He didn't. He's an epic. He can't do things like his Mrs. Pettican made them.
Is that right? He told me he'd made them. And they were
he says things like, I wouldn't believe him.
Oh,
who said that? Do you know, remember Nigel White? He done all the rallies, detective and all that. I took him a pack of oatcakes down. He'd never heard of them. And he made me and him a massive breakfast with oatcakes. And he loved them. Absolutely loved them.
Welsh cakes and pork pie. Oh.
We're all hungry now, aren't we?
Yeah. Deep fried, deep pan pizzas.
Oh, look at all food here.
Dave, I did make them.
Welsh cakes and pork pies. Chris Langston and that. He's good, definitely getting that 3 coin.
Black pudding. Has anyone had white pudding? That's nice.
Yes.
White pudding.
Yes.
Nice.
And if you go to Scotland, the fruit pudding is just like fried cake. Fried cake. Beautiful.
They fry a lot in Scotland, don't they? They fry Mars bars and everything, don't they?
I love this show. We're talking about Will Way. Adrian, have you had a stotty cake? Yes, I have had a stotty cake. Gareth Howard, what about Eccles cakes? I'm very very partial to an Eccles cake. I haven't had one for a long time, though.
Have you had the proper Bakewell pudding?
No.
Not a Bakewell tart, a Bakewell pudding. Go to Bakewell, Dawn.
Yeah, well, it's not
The
that
Bakewell,
far.
the Bakewell pudding tart shop.
Wow.
Oh,
Paul Dennis is watching this from Australia on holiday.
and he has oatcakes. And he's from Stoke.
What's a teddy cake? Or is that inappropriate?
It's made from these like old things that kids used to have as kids.
What about spotted dick cake?
Spotty dick cake. Scotty, what? Go to bed, Scotty. It's too late.
Andrew T's watching from Canada. Thank you, Andrew. Fantastic. Lovely country. Got a cousin there.
Everybody in Canada's very
three
polite
places to
nice.
go.
Everybody in Canada's really polite and nice.
I've got an open invite to Halifax in Nova Scotia, and one day I will take him up on it.
John Brian Morris, my gran was an expert at steamed puddings, cooked them in a cloth, 1940s era.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
John Morris has put my gran was an expert at steamed puddings.
Dawn.
In a cloth in the 1940s. They've been lovely.
Dawn.
What?
Adrian read that out seconds before you.
Oh, did he?
Andy H, have you tried a gypsy's tart? It's a Kent thing. I've heard of it. What is that, Andy H? Titty biscuits.
I reckon he's just trying to get you to sort of read things out now.
Will Way, top man. Reeves and Mortimer, titty biscuits. Baked cake. Fish sandwich, potatoes, then battered. Ooh.
Have you ever? Do you know? Not TikTok. Instagram. That's the one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rap God official. Rap with a W, as in like
a rap.
what they called. A rap. Oh, he's a legend from Scotland, and he raps everything. He eats even pot noodles. He makes pot noodle wraps. Puts them in the George Foreman. Oh, Rap God official.
Wait, puts them in a wrap and then puts them in a George Foreman grill and grills them.
Yes, and he does everything. He even goes all the Chinese. He does like 4 wraps together and makes massive ones. Gets loads of burgers and that from McDonald's. Throws them all in. KFC, you name it, he does it. He had the other day, he done a Sunday roast wrap. Oh.
I just, sorry, going back to the chat, hedgehog in clay. I know someone who used to eat that as a child regularly. He was Italian. He's passed away now, but he used to eat hedgehog and he used to eat seagull. But gypsy tart is made with baked condensed milk. That sounds
Gareth
nice.
Howard, legend. Have you ever tried a barn owl cooked in its own tears?
No.
Remind me what that's out of. That's brilliant.
I have got gypsy tears in a locket to keep evil spirits away. Carvery wrap. God, I'll tell you what, we've gone through it all tonight, haven't we? We really have gone through it. I'll tell you what, Dawn, it's good carvery wrap. I'm just thinking about that, actually, making me feel ill. We've gone through it tonight, haven't we, Dave?
We have.
Dawn.
Before we do go any further, an Eckelfecken cake. Remember them as well. Don't forget to go along to thebigdetectiveshow.com and sign up for our free newsletter, which there will be one going out, the first one this weekend, which will have lots of different companies who've contacted us with some special offers, money off. We've even got one company who's contacted us for money off theirs. They already give it to a percentage off certain Facebook groups, but they're giving us an extra on top of that. So it's like a special Big Detecting Show money off. And you will gain access to next week's free prize draw, which will take place during the show, which we've got loads of things. We've got,
socks.
Go on, Adrian.
Socks.
Got socks.
Books.
Socks.
I can't remember. It's a surprise. There'll be things. A signed picture of Dawn.
Is it? She says.
Yeah. Dawn, if you get asked, you sign a lot of things, don't you?
Yeah.
For people. Have you got an autographed picture that you sign?
I've got a few left, yeah.
Yeah.
Garrett made me pictures, you know, and then I've only got a few left, but yeah, I've got a couple left, yeah.
Because I think that if Dawn would kindly donate one, Dave,
I'll send you one of them and some stickers, a key ring, and some of my pin badges. Because did you see my pin badges? They've gone really well. I've already got a few.
They're on Etsy. They're on Etsy, aren't they?
I've hardly got any left. In fact, the post office gave me this reel of export license because I was doing that many. They said, "Here, you might as well have your own thing." Oh,
wow!
Where's it gone?
What, your own postmaster?
Yeah, Dave, like the old post box now.
3 o'clock coin in the giveaway.
Yeah, I'll give it.
3 o'clock coin in the giveaway.
You're welcome to it. I just noticed somebody in the comments said they wanted that coin. I mean, you don't want it, honestly. You won't believe what happened to me.
We're not insured for that. We can't do that.
Yeah, but think of the hilarity factor.
No, because something
might happen. If you want to give it away, you can give it away, but I wouldn't advise it. I think it's cruel.
Something will happen to someone, and then it will be all over the press. Dawn's killed someone or something with the 3 o'clock coin. No,
again.
Dawn there. Again. Yeah. Oh, Gareth Howard has got a signed picture of Dawn inside his locker door at work. How cool is that? Yeah. How cool's that?
Oh,
that's really cool.
Yeah. I've done a lot in the past. I mean, it feels a bit weird. I mean, like when I go places now, I'll just have my pictures up with everybody. And I know a few people have said, does it feel weird? But it did at first. So I just sort of got used to it now. I sort of just enjoy making people happy, you know, if they want a picture with me. And it makes them happy, then it makes me happy.
Yeah. John, Brian, Morris, that's Jerry. Yeah. Why not auction a picture for charity of Dawn? Just a thought. That's a good call, actually, because we're going to do something soon, aren't we, Dave, for charity?
We certainly hope so.
I'll do something for charity. I like charity things.
Yeah, yeah. So we're thinking of something probably next year, aren't we, Dave? Early next year.
Hopefully so, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's 9:30 p.m.
Wow, it's gone quick.
It certainly has. Shall we let these nice people go to bed?
Enough.
Tidy Treasure Hunter's got a signed picture of Dawn in his shed.
Oh.
My friends at work, all that, they all say, you know where them pictures are going, don't they? They're all going in the shed. And they all say, not being horrible. And they're... That's what they say. Friends at work.
Oh dear, there's a lot of chat coming in now. Funny show, lovely. I'm glad people enjoyed it.
Yes, that's what we're here for. Don't forget to sign up for the Big Detecting Show. What is it called? Newsletter, free newsletter, which will have the prize draw on next week's show. We're joined next week by Gary Cook and John Lydell to discuss this year's. You do what? Yes, it was. Gary Cook in the Sex Pistols. You could see that in his little thong. That's just something I don't want to think about again.
No.
Anyway, they'll be on next week's show talking about this year's Rodney Cook, and they've got some big news about next year's Rodney Cook that he won't tell me because things aren't agreed until next Tuesday, apparently. Adrian doesn't even know it yet, I don't think. And we will be doing the prize draw as well with our multitude of prizes from throughout the land. So
yes,
we will see you back all here next week, same time, same place. Hopefully, I have sussed out what the what they call copyright strikes are, and I don't know what.
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn, for coming on.
I love coming on chatting to you two. You're like me bros.
Oh, Dave, coil pump.
Hose before hose. Coil pump.
Coil pump. Coil pump.
Right, thanks, Dawn, very much. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we will see you all week in the Big Detecting Show Facebook group, and next week here on the show, 8 p.m. next Thursday, streaming live on YouTube and social media. Have a good week, you all. Don't know what Dawn's doing, and good night.
Bye.